Hello and welcome back to this Learning to Play series for I, Napoleon from GMT Games. Our first attempt, if you've seen that, went disastrously wrong early on for Napoleon, unfortunately, but we're back to see if we can get further. Same as the last time, my brother will be playing it. I'll be doing my best to make sure that we play it correctly, but not really offering any insight onto how to play the game so that you can get a sense of what it takes to get into I, Napoleon. And with that, we'll take you straight into the game. We're going to start with the really important bit. If you look up, well, you actually, sorry, that's right. I'm not on video, but the puppy is on video. Yeah. The puppy is on video.
I was going to say, so when I see is me.
Yeah. So when you actually get to see this video, when it eventually gets published, you'll see the puppy. She made a.
I have to remember that.
Made an appearance.
I can't wait. She's adorable.
And then of course there's this, which is the actual I, Napoleon box turned up. So that's very exciting.
Yay! That is exciting. Mine is not yet shipped.
Yep. All right. So I know one thing about where we are from having finished editing the video from the first playthrough we did, which is that we forgot to flip to General Napoleon at the end of the last campaign resolution.
Well, we can do that right now.
Yes, and we should, because income phase is coming up, and you're gonna want
take 2.
You're gonna want that 2A.
Let's see. And that's the only.
Yeah, because we're not in FCD, so Joseph Fouché doesn't trigger at this point. Nelson also doesn't trigger at this point because you're not first consul.
Yep. I think the only option that comes in this phase isn't there somebody who can be a chief of staff?
Yeah, Bert, you're gonna get but also wife. Some wives bring some stuff for you as well.
Got it.
Yep. At any rate, we just go to, where are we headed to?
Well, so it's 1798.
1798.
And that has already been moved up.
Yep.
So we have a +2.
Just take your 2 admin. And
that is it, I think, right?
Just shuffle.
Card deck phase.
Yep.
So now one of my big questions is, there's 18 cards. Are there any cards that come out that you know of in 1798?
No, I don't think so. I think at this point it becomes a little bit less chaotic in that way. I think most of the cards come out at like FCD or EMD, or because something else comes out that causes them.
A great schedule to have would be the years that cards come out, so you know to even go through the deck and check.
True. It's a good point. It's a good point.
Yep. All right. So if that is the case, I can shuffle again. We have treaties. Yep, all that stays.
Yep.
If I recall, we just had a successful campaign.
Yeah, Egypt, improbably.
Yes.
But you deserve that, because you've had a lot of bad
campaigns.
You've had a lot of bad luck, and then when you finally got a campaign, even though like Egypt went okay, it was Syria that was like an improbable success.
Yes. All right. So
and you discovered the Rosetta Stone, so like we finally have a more interesting chapter to write about your Napoleon than I fell off a horse.
That's excellent. All right. So I believe we're on the card action phase.
I believe so.
Another commander. Take him. Hate it when the enemy attacks.
How dare they? Don't they know who you are? All right.
Oh.
That's a good one. That's a good campaign. You'll like that.
Yeah, because you can get this in play too, right?
Exactly. You can get that in play, which sort of is a pretty good glory haul.
But at this point, I would like is no more negative modifiers.
Yes, I think that's fair. You'd be in pretty good shape right now running this campaign. Oh, there you go.
Oh, Miss Josephine decides to show up.
Yeah.
Must place in the wife.
Yep.
All right. I get one political point.
Yep. Unfortunately,
I'm gonna roll. No, it's not before 1798.
Yep.
She is not going to give me an heir. Well, darn her.
That's unfortunate. That's okay.
By Josephine the Baron.
Sneak preview. It is. It is. Well, first of all, even if you had rolled, it's not a very high likelihood.
Nope.
But so now you're just like at some point in EMD, maybe you get lucky and you can divorce her and marry someone else.
That would be awesome.
But let's get there first.
All right, so now we're going to roll to see if we go to the 6th.
Yep.
And we do. Oh. Well, that seems like good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the drawback to it is it costs you an admin point.
Takes away that one administrative.
Yeah, but I still think it's good. I mean, the thing is right now, you actually have a choice to launch Brumaire rather than running the Army of Italy, or the Italy campaign. When we get to campaign resolution.
You know what? I think I will wait and see. Because right now they don't have a lot of modifiers against me.
Yeah.
The one that would kind of cause me to pause would be the gotta win 2 victory modifier.
Oh yeah.
That one I don't like.
That one can be nasty.
That'll kill you. Okay.
There may be some discussion of the puppy peeing in the house on this video, just so you know.
That's all good. So I basically lose 2G and get 3P is effectively what this card happens.
Yeah.
A whiff of grape shot.
Yes. Last time this came up, you were in Egypt. This time you were around to disperse an unruly mass, an unruly mob.
Well, so that is out of play now. Oops.
Correct.
Feels like this deck can get very small.
Yeah, and FCD will recharge it, but yeah, it can get a little small towards the end of CMD.
Like you won't even get through the whole card draw.
You will.
Potentially.
I think that's unlikely, but possibly. Because remember, a lot of these cards will come back. Okay. But anyway, I've actually never run out of cards. So
that was my 6th. That was my 7th. Draw. Right.
Yep.
Because I rolled a 3 and then.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I missed that because I was busy watching the puppy.
All right, I have 12 glory.
Wow.
I have to take 5 more glory.
This is a meteoric rise for you right now.
No.
It's like you started last turn with no glory, and look at you now.
One more. Another commander. That gives me 8 commanders.
That's more than you need with 1 admin.
Did I forget to move it again? I think I did.
I think you did too. I was looking at that and thinking that you did forget to move it. All right.
All right. Well, even if it was a 9, if I hadn't forgotten,
either way it's ending. Either way it's ending.
And I believe I should do this campaign. It's just 1 negative die roll modifier.
Go for it. Yeah, it's not a terrible choice. I think that's good.
And I know I can do with my 1 admin. I don't know my commanders very well.
That's okay. You just go through them and take a look at them.
I can actually spend some glory and some political points to end up with more commanders.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
So he's revealed. All right. So those guys are pretty similar for this. He's pretty similar. Okay. So both of those, he gives a slightly better, no, they're both a +2, but he's less. Massena's a little bit less.
Yes.
So here's what I'm thinking. -1 political point. Those have been coming good.
Yep.
-2 glory. Probably -1 administrative point.
Yep.
So, did you get the glory? And
I didn't do anything. I'm not
have
sure.
you moved anything?
I haven't moved anything. I'm not sure why admin ended up on 0. It should be on 1. Because you spent 1
Yeah.
on
Yeah. On the card.
You spent 1 on not Whip of Grape Shot. What was it? It was you spent 1 on
right
Italian
there.
Republic.
So I've got -2 glory, -1 political point.
Yep.
And these 3 commanders are available.
Yep.
And then we've got the Deadly Napoleon leads.
Yep.
This one's in play.
And that's in the first combat round.
Yeah, and so part of me all right, I'm going with that guy.
The
I think I'm going
the strategy and tactics card.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'm considering all 3 commanders. There are limited commanders on this thing. Nope. But I'm wondering.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I'm trying to decide is, do I go all the commanders? I've got Napoleon's luck.
Yep.
That gets me to a +4, 2 shots at just winning.
Yep.
And I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Go for it. No guts, no glory.
Don't know how smart it is, but
I mean, like any game, you got to choose where to take your risks. And now it turned out to be a good one.
it turned out to be a good risk.
Yep.
So +5 or play. So this guy, if I play the treaty, so it's not really a treaty.
Yes,
it's removed from play?
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't go in the current treaties box. It's not a treaty in that sense.
I am going to do that and lose my political point, which I don't even know what they're for. I haven't gotten to the point where they do anything except get a commander.
Yep. Well, they're good for that. So, hang on. Before you put those back, you got to roll for.
Oops. Oh, I got to roll. Thank you.
Yep.
This is where the extra die.
Yeah.
So he is okay. He is okay.
There you go.
He is okay.
In fact,
that was a waste of time.
I'm gonna do
You gonna
that.
give me my 3?
Yeah, we'll have a blue one.
And I didn't even need Napoleon's luck.
Nope. And a red one. So you can use these 2 to roll for commander casualties. It'll speed we get 2 at a time.
Right.
All right.
No, that is the campaign resolution phase.
Well,
right?
do cleanup though.
Oh, all right. So the campaign itself is gone.
Yep.
The campaign modifiers go there.
Yep.
And I think that's all the cleanup.
Yep, I think so too.
Pop him back to there. And I think that's it. So
Yep.
in the cleanup phase, well, that's what I just did was the cleanup phase, I guess, right?
Well, that was the cleanup for the campaign, but yeah, now the cleanup for this would be move any admin back, but you've moved him back, so
It's already there.
Yeah.
And that's about it. So
Yep.
we are moving to another year, 17.
the last year before the millennia.
+2, and I get 1 political point from Miss Josephine.
Yep. There you go.
I think that's all I get.
So far, yep. They'll change once we get to FCD.
So see, here's an example. I've only got 10 cards. And
Yeah,
so if I get
you're
all the way
right.
to 11.
Yeah, you could actually run out. It's
That's
true.
interesting. Well, now I just have to get to 9 next time.
Yep. But I think you're gonna. Yeah, I think this is good. I mean, unless this turn runs really long, I have a feeling you're gonna.
So in this case, because it's got to resolve with an independent commander, pick anybody. Like
You could. Yep. Now,
oh, that just gives you the +1.
yeah, you don't. You. The thing is, what this card is saying, I'm
With
99%
one
certain.
only.
You can only assign one. You can't assign the normal
Yeah.
two, but you don't have to assign one. I do want to remind you, you do have a card here which allows you to ignore one expedition or campaign a year.
Yeah.
This
That
card
feels like it'd be.
This card allows you to ignore whatever campaign you draw. And anti-French revolts is just a glory suck. I mean, yeah, 2p, but it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I think so. I'll flip. Do you typically flip him?
I
Oops.
usually would rotate him. Would be typically what I'd do that just to say, okay, I've used his triggered effect. Technically, he has two. Oh, you have to spend 1A to do that. Sorry. There you go.
Yes, I do. All right. So we're drawing the third card.
Yep. Oh dear.
Oh, Josephine, you didn't, did you? You didn't.
Well, even if she didn't, there are rumors is the problem.
There's rumors. I'm guessing she did from everything I've read.
I don't think that's. Oh yeah, that is removed from play. Sorry, my bad.
Removed from play. Yep.
Yeah.
Fourth card. Okay, well that should have been out because card 46 was already played.
Correct. So yeah, so just
right?
remove that and draw a new one.
Irish. The damn Irish.
Yeah, that's and look, and you can look at that. If you lose that one, look at the campaign result.
Nice.
So the good news is you'll be able to ignore that this and won't have to deal with that. There you go.
Okay, there's my guy.
That's a big help.
I mean,
That's a very big help.
yeah. And I get my 2 right now.
You get 2 right now, and you get 2 ongoing. Yep.
All right. Well, hell, I ain't losing the Irish campaign now. All right. We got 4 cards left.
Yep.
Can I use them all?
Let's see. We'll find out.
Yeah. I'm skipping this campaign.
Yeah, I think we forgot to move it.
I did again.
Yep.
7. Looting. Great. Oh. Yep, that is such. I am so ignoring this campaign.
Yes, exactly. All right. Well, you actually did do it. You actually did do it. By the way, that is fixed in the. I just updated TTS, and that's fixed, so it'll draw that last card for you.
I can genuinely say I don't want to run a campaign. If there's only this campaign and all these, and I'm going to run through them every time.
Yeah.
Oh, here I'm going to roll just to see if I actually got to number 10. I did, and I got no card for it.
There you go. All right.
Feels like.
I've actually, in all the time I've played this game, that's actually never happened to me. So I guess it is possible, but it did happen. All right.
Let's see. So this is maybe played at the beginning of a campaign. I've got my 20.
Yep.
Discard any campaign and campaign modifiers. Oh, but the game could just end?
It can, but I think you'll be okay. So I'm just gonna discard the campaigns and the campaign modifiers for you.
Question is, should I spend a little 2p?
Well, let's go through the board first. Let's go look at the like Augustin robes. Look at all these cards first to find out where you are.
Yep. Okay. So this is Brumiere. So I can pay a 1 and I can get a +2 on that one. Or Talleyrand.
Yes, for Talleyrand. Yes, you can pay 1A to gain 2 on that.
I get a +2 on Fouché.
Yep.
Correct?
Correct.
Another 1A though. So that's already a +4.
It's already a +4.
And then he's already been used.
Well, actually, but you can use his other triggered effect. But but actually, his other triggered effect doesn't affect Brumaire. Never mind.
Doesn't affect it.
And Josephine's on the board, so.
But Mr. Sayez.
Yep. The Abbey.
Sure, I butchered that. It already gives me a +5.
Yep.
So that makes it impossible to die.
Well, yes, but we've also got to deal with Bernadotte.
Oh my gosh, there's all sorts of ones to have to keep track of.
Yeah.
That is challenging.
So here is...
But there's a...
So Bernadotte is a die roll to decide whether he helps you or hurts you. So on a 1 to a 2, he gives a -1. On a 9 to a 10, he gives a +1. Otherwise, no effect.
Well, so the other one is my good family member.
Lucien can also help you. So he actually gives you a +1, which takes you up to +6.
But there's +5 political points that can be converted into die roll modifiers.
Yes.
Too.
Yes.
So I can turn that into a +6 if I wanted to.
More than a +6.
Right?
I mean, the +5 will gives you like, because it's you get +1 for every 2, I think, right?
No.
For every 2 peace.
It says. Where are you seeing that?
So if you look on Brumaire.
Yep.
Right below the 5 or more result, it says may gain +1 DRM on the roll for every 2 P spent. So with his 5, you get an automatic +2, and if you spend 1 of your own, you could get a +3. But we're getting into territory where it doesn't matter. You've got like a.
I guess I must be reading that wrong. When I read that, I read it. So those +5P, you can convert those into die roll modifiers using that +2. Using the 2 Ps for 1 die roll modifier.
Yeah. You can. Yeah, they're like political points, but you don't get to take them as. You can only spend them for Brumaire. Is the way to think about it.
Weird that this is an even number and that's an odd number you get.
I know, but the thing is, you could add 1 of your own to sort of make it.
It says may be converted. Does that not mean I can just take the 5P and not convert any die roll modifiers? It says it may be converted.
See, I've always understood this card and played this card that it's like the 5P can only be converted into DRMs. But maybe I'm wrong.
So that's basically a +2.
Yeah. So you're at +8 right now before you before you check Bernadotte.
And I don't have to spend anything else?
No, because at +8 you're kind of gonna auto succeed on this.
Yep. So, okay, it passed.
Well, this is technically okay. See, Bernadotte makes it a +9. That was technically your roll to see whether Bernadotte supported you or not. Now roll for the coup with a +9. There you go. See, you needed it.
Barely.
Yep. Okay. Remove this card from play and add the FCD cards next turn is what you do then.
Oh, so we're going to FCD now?
Not now. There's like a specific order to this. So you'll go in the card deck phase.
Deck phase.
Yeah.
But interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So that is one of the things that's one of the ways to get FCD there quicker. That's an interesting. I never read that card very well.
Which card, Brumaire?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, quicker isn't even the right word because that's the only way to get to FCD. If you never reach if you never reach 20 glory and P and never trigger Brumaire, you actually you lose the game right there.
Ah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's valuable information that I missed.
That's okay. That's okay. But look at the. I mean,
right.
Even ignoring FCD, it kept you out of Ireland.
Yeah. So, card action phase.
So actually, let's hang on. Let's. So it, especially around the era borders, like doing things in order really matters. So cleanup phase is fine because I don't think you didn't use anything. I mean, obviously, admin's going to go to 0, right?
Yep.
Okay. So now we got to do the year setup phase. So, and I'll show you, and this is why it matters. So increment the year, right? That's easy. But now you do your resource. So you're going to get your resources from General Bonaparte, not from FCD Bonaparte. So that's why it's sort of, you got to do these things kind of in order around these borders. And you don't, yeah, you get 4 exactly. And you don't get like, we haven't gone into FCD yet because you're not first consul yet. So you don't get Joseph Fouché or Talleyrand or any of that.
Got it.
Right? Because you're still technically just General Bonaparte at this point. But now we go to the card deck phase. Now, before we add the FCD cards, we should sort of go through everything and pull out anything that says FCD, gets removed by FCD. So, for example, Bonaparte leads over here.
Irish Rebellion.
Yeah. There you go. Bonaparte leads, goes away. You no longer can get killed by a stray bullet. Most of the guys in your politics box go away. Lucien Bonaparte goes away. So kind of everybody, in a very like undramatic way of telling the story, basically everybody who helped you with your coup is now out of the game.
So does General Bonaparte.
Yes, so does General Bonaparte. That is correct. Correct.
Is this what comes over?
Nope. That's just the divider card that helps you
in here.
Yeah, so if you hit that now, and now that we've done the removes, which you do first, now we do the adds. Now if you click that, everything will go in place. We'll take a look at what kind of all that means, right? So, yeah, so now you are first consul, right? And you get +3 admin. Yeah.
Is there a +3 admin?
There is, probably on the back of the +4. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this card, the back of this card is kind of like you can trigger that to flip up this card, which makes you first consul for life.
Okay.
But you have to go through a whole year first. Like you can't do it this year. You can do it next year. And then after you've triggered that, you can trigger this Imperial Plebiscite. So all of that has occurred. Yep. We've got a series of potential treaties that come into play, right?
Yep.
And these all relate to this series of potential campaigns which come into play.
Down to Spain.
Yeah. That's more for the EMD, but and then the other key thing is that this card is automatically placed as your first campaign.
Yes.
And I think that's it. I think everything else just stays where it is. So now we are technically in FCD. A little ahead of schedule.
All right.
Good job. Congrats.
Well, yeah. Hey, something looks weird there.
Oh, yeah. That's because, yeah. So give that another shuffle. There you go.
40 cards now. All right.
There you go. Now you should be okay. Shouldn't run out.
For a bit.
So, do you want to spend your
I do not.
administrative focus fighting highway robbers?
No,
No.
I do not.
Okay.
I said I may discard at any time. Oh, so you can just get an administrative.
Yep. Just drop it over there. Yep. If you ever find yourself like, oh, if only I had one more A.
If only I had one more. Spain is not. Spain is allied.
Spain is allied.
But the Convention of Montfortain is not.
No, it is not in current treaties at this point.
Let's discard it.
Yep.
Must roll a die. Fortunately, the good Josephine.
Yes. Oh, good for you.
There you go. Give me another political point.
There you go.
Josephine, is that? Nope, that's not discarded. Oh, that's an expedition. Merchants to, nope, so that is not in play.
Nope.
Off it goes. Discard with no effect. Ah, nuts. Let's see. Play. Roll an extra time on the. So I have to place that in France.
Correct.
And then when we get to, which I've never done the domestic phase, so this will be.
Yep. We'll get a chance.
This will be new.
Yeah, believe me, it's a joyous time where only bad things happen.
I think you're lying. There's one. So now the question is, I got 4 admin. I don't know how many I'm going to want and need, but do I want the? I'm leaning towards maybe I should go for the domestic with the bad harvest coming up.
The P.
The D. Oh, that's the domestic. Sorry, yeah. I've got plenty of political.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about the domestic.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
I think I'd rather have my administrative.
There you go.
I don't know if that's intelligent or not yet.
Well, we'll find out. Marshal Ney.
Yep, another commander.
All right.
Okay, so that's the end of that.
So now we're going to go.
So no campaign modifiers at all.
None. So we're going to see how your campaign in Italy goes.
Austria. Oh, Austria, Italy.
Yeah,
yes.
this is Marengo.
That's what that is. Yes.
Marengo.
Yep. So Russia is hostile.
So yeah, you have a -1 DRM.
Those guys.
Don't lose this, by the way. As you can, the campaign result for losing it is pretty drastic.
Yeah, quite. I do have luck.
Yes.
So I've got that already in play.
Yep.
I feel like I got to get this to a +4 somehow. So got 4 admins. So that should be one of them that I get.
Yes. Now you don't have to, bear in mind, you don't have to spend that now. So technically what you should do with this card, this strategy tactics, is just remind yourself to save 1 admin. Right now, all you're doing is assigning commanders.
Got it.
But I always tell myself, like, make sure I save 1 admin because I'm going to use that card.
That's a +1. That's a +1. They're effectively the same.
Yeah, most of the commanders who cost admin are similar. There's a few that aren't.
I mean, he gives you the.
Yeah, there's a couple who have an option. If you don't mind removing them, it's the guys who cost you glory that give you the good modifiers.
Yeah, -3 to get 10. -3 to get 10. It's interesting because there's a little. Actually, Sena gives me for the same 2. I get the +2, but I can do it in any round.
Yep.
So that's be 5. And I've got 2. I want to spend 3. I think I want to spend 3 on admin people.
Yep.
And then there's 1 that's going to be a...
That guy right there. That's your political guy. Ojiro.
Oh, playing the political, drop in 5 glory and 3 admin.
Cool.
Right? That's what I got. My 3 admin.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
I'm looking to see. And I'm basing, I guess it doesn't really matter. They don't die. They just get wounded.
Yeah, unless you use their like special effects when they get removed from play.
I've brought 6 commanders to the table.
Well, you know, this is like, as we noted, this is not a campaign you want to fool around with. So.
Nope. So -1.
Mm-hmm. But +1 for this.
Yep. So, that's why it was back at 0. Thank you.
Yep.
And then, quite frankly, 1.
Well, don't forget this. This can only be used in the first round. So if you save that admin point, you want to use that here. You can just leave that in. Yeah, you can put it down there. That's fine. Yep.
And what I'm thinking is this right here gives me an additional, this gets me an additional 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Plus this one.
Yep.
So it's a +4, and I've left it where I can get a +4 again.
Yep, you've got plenty in reserve. Yep, completely.
So I think that's the way I'm going to do it. No chances of Napoleon dying on the battlefield anymore.
Not anymore. There's other ways to die, though.
That is a victory.
That is a victory. Take all the drama out of it.
So +10 glory. That paid for itself. And then it is this treaty of, where is that treaty? Right there.
Yep.
So what does that one say? Must be moved to current treaties after the victory in Austria. Austria goes to neutral. If Russia is hostile, set it to neutral. Nice. +1D. Wow, that's 1D, 5P, did I see? No, 5 glory and 2P.
Yep.
5 more glory. 2P. All right, so that goes into the treaties.
So just to
hang
on 1 second. Just a reminder that technically, whenever you place these, they goes face down first.
Oh, okay.
Because what that means, if you look at the back of that card, you're not going to roll for Austria and Russia this turn. So basically, having defeated them on the battlefield, like you get a year where they're not going to mess with you diplomatically.
That's not the case with all these.
No, it's only the ones that get placed from campaigns, and I usually just kind of offset them like that, and then once I flip them over, they're fine.
All right. So now I should roll for these commanders.
Correct. I'm going to move these guys back to strategy and tactics because they can go back there. So you can just...
I've got 6.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've got 6 in here, so I'm just going to literally bring these guys up and roll for the first 3.
There you go. So Ney
he is wounded.
So Davu...
So he just goes back
to the discard
into the pile, right?
Yep. He's wounded for however long it takes him to get redrawn, essentially. Excellent.
And they are all fine.
You had a pretty easy campaign there. That's good.
Ney was an admin. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Rather my admin generals.
Yeah.
That felt like a good campaign.
That was good. That was definitely good. And that gets discarded.
So that was the campaign resolution phase. Nothing else there, right?
Nothing else there because we did all the cleanup.
Now we're in the domestic phase, which I've never done and don't really remember.
Well, we're at diplomatic phase, but
I'm
yes.
sorry, diplomatic, not domestic.
Yep. So basically, in the diplomatic phase, you're going to roll for every single one of the nations here, unless there's a reason not to. So let's start with...
Right now, Russia is a no.
Russia is a no, and Austria is a no.
Yep.
Right? So we can now flip that face up. But then you've also got... see the
Spain's a no.
Ongoing effect. They remain allied. And Prussia remains neutral until the beginning of EMD.
So there's no reason to even roll.
Nope.
And Britain's just angry with me.
Britain can be in one of two states. It can either be hostile or conquered. That's it.
Yep.
And when they're conquered, they're still hostile.
So now we are moving to the domestic politics.
Yes.
Which so I assume I'm rolling on this political...
Right there.
Domestic politics level.
Yep.
And do I spend domestic points? Do these go to 0 every turn, like admin points?
So diplomacy does, but that's not what you're spending here.
No, it's political. I keep getting these confused.
Yes. This is this is the domestic politics phase, not the.
I wish he hadn't picked one that started with D.
Fair point. So you've got -1 for each hostile, conquered, or inactive nation. So you've got -1 for Britain.
Yeah.
You got +1 for Spain.
Yep. And then I can spend some political points.
You can spend political points to add, to add 1 to the die roll.
And I've always got that.
And you've always got that.
Back pocket.
Exactly.
Well, I feel like I should spend. I'll get a +1.
There you go. So roll it up.
So 7, so -2G.
Yep.
Feel like that's an acceptable result.
I would take that. But don't forget.
Dang it, I did.
So this time you just roll. No die roll modifiers, no nothing. You just roll.
Literally just roll.
Yeah, and if you hate the roll, you can always roll again.
I like the roll.
I don't think you hate that roll.
I'm definitely not rolling again.
Right. And then you discard.
Then you discard.
No, yeah, there you go. Yeah, just discard. Unfortunately, that card's like a bad penny. It can keep turning up.
When I realized Bad Harvest, I'm like, that's just not a once in a 20-year reign thing.
No.
All right. So now it's cleanup phase.
Yep.
These have already all gone.
Yep.
Admin goes to, and the diplomacy goes to 0.
Admin was already at 0. We forgot to move it after spending it on.
Move it back.
Yeah,
that's right.
Okay.
You're right.
But that's okay.
And that's it.
That happens.
Phase, right?
Yeah, that happens all the time. So that's it for cleanup phase. That's it for. So then that's it for your first year as first consul. Congratulations.
I survived it.
You did. It's true. Thanks for joining us for this learning playthrough of I, Napoleon from GMT Games. If you enjoyed the video, it would be great if you could leave a like. If you've got any questions about what's going on, the rules, or anything about the game, please leave a comment. Be happy to answer those if we can. If you're enjoying the series or the channel, it would be great if you could subscribe and hit the notification bell. And sharing is another way that you can definitely help the videos get found and help the channel. But we will see you next time on Agility Snips Gaming Table.